Good morning,
Greetings.
Ian. How are you, my friend?
I'm 47% awake today.
Why is that?
Oh, it's just one of those days where it's like you never wake up. You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
Uh, I
How's how's training going?
Really good. I've been able to adjust things such that I'm managing fatigue a lot better than I have in the past. So
Yep,
it's no longer. I don't have the experience of just being dead like
yep.
4 days into the training week anymore. So what I'm doing is actually first two work. I train 6 days a week. Well, really seven, but the seventh is like just kind of throwaway pump stuff. But the first 2 days are my hardest, and then the third and fourth workouts are the easiest, such that I'm actually able to recover. And then today and tomorrow will be some of my harder sessions.
Yep,
So
yep.
there's kind of a rhythm in my training week of hard training, then much easier, so that I'm able to recuperate from those earlier workouts and then harder workouts again. So
Yep.
it's good.
I've been watching the video logs. It's very interesting to see you transition to such a high frequency program, but it seems to be working for you, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's first of all, I appreciate you watching. And one phrase I've used a few times, and I mean, it kind of makes me think of what steroid-like progress would be. Now, I know that it would act, people talk about how with their first cycle, they gain like 25 pounds in 8 weeks, and a lot of that they actually keep. But yeah, it was January 2016 when I really just totally dumped everything I had been doing and went straight into very high frequency. And I ended up not being able to handle it. I mean, I just went in head first. But yeah, I made especially initially, I made such fast progress, and then working more and more on managing fatigue. At this point, this is the bulk I'm doing now is the best I've done, like the most successful in terms of making progress in the gym. I'm eating more than I ever have. Well, I'm not literally eating more than I ever have, but relative to my leanness.
Yep, yep.
So I'm literally 30 pounds lighter than I've been bulking in the past, and much, much, much leaner. And I don't think that's much of a difference in muscle mass. And meanwhile, I'm basically maintaining on, a slight surplus with like 4,200 calories a day.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's the dream. Yeah, I personally believe this is the best that you've looked. And I also agree. I agree that a lot of people, when they see all this, studies supporting high frequency training, they take how they would typically train with the low frequency and apply it
Mm-hmm.
to the high frequency in terms of like intensity and volume, and they quite literally burn themselves out.
Oh, definitely. It's Jeremy Lenicky said something on Facebook. I'm pretty sure someone asked him, what do you think is like enough sets? Because Jeremy is more of a high frequency, low volume per session, go to failure, achieve maximum motor unit recruitment and then kind of go home kind of guy. And someone said, okay, so how many sets is that in practice? Give a simple recommendation. He said, yeah, like 2 to 3 sets per body part. And what I've said before, and I still think, is I wouldn't go that far, but I would probably put it at 3 to 4 in most cases, maybe 5. But yeah, it's like something I've actually been discussing a lot with my colleague Kevin Butler. He and I in fact, all the programs I write now, he and I collaborate on, but traditionally it's been a lot. And something that he and I have been discussing is the fact that as one gets better at contracting muscles, everything you do becomes more fatiguing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, if you just have a novice who does maybe squats aren't the best example, but whatever it is, and they're not very well able to target the actual targeted muscle, they kind of just go through the motions. Whereas now I can do 3 or 4 sets total of like squats and hacks, and my quads are like destroyed.
Yeah. Yep.
So definitely the bros, like I literally don't even know how I used to do the 20 sets per body part. I used to do that and be like, fine. Yeah, I
I
mean,
I was the exact same, Ian, and I've said this on multiple occasions to people I work with and my colleagues as well. Is that when I was younger, I could go into the gym and quite literally obliterate my muscles for hours on end. Wake up the next day and be like, "Damn, I'm not even fatigued. That was a waste of time." And I almost put it down to time in the gym. The longer that you're in the gym, the less it takes for you to fatigue, and the more you need to rely on intelligent programming, because you can't just get away with blasting and resting.
mhm.
So it's yeah, I agree that the longer that you train and you're in the gym, the the more you are less able to tolerate that kind of workout.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've had the thought that one thought I've had is age, like just literal aging,
Mm,
but that seems maybe not the best explanation if
mm.
I'm 23. Like, it just like it
I think it's
doesn't.
I think it has to be training age.
Right, right, exactly, and again, that point of being able to more consciously contract the
Mm,
muscle. The I think the actual legitimate scientific principle that probably underlies the mind muscle connection is being able to consciously manipulate force sharing.
mm.
So, as an example, the bench press being able to cause the pecs to be responsible for generating more of the total force.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's some EMG evidence that's suggestive of that. So again, if one is better able to develop that, you do get to the point where you do just a few really good sets. Well, this is my
Mm.
experience and this experience of people I've talked to. You do a few good sets, and then you're like, okay, that's much. I could do more, but it'd be a 3% difference or something. So
Yeah.
that's where I am.
It's very interesting. I'm about to wrap up my current strength block, and as soon as I do, I'm going to be looking to push to a higher frequency, full body splits, push pull, and see how we go. So it'll be interesting to see
Awesome, awesome.
the transition. But let's talk about this Aussie conference.
For sure.